back to the lounge. Glad to be here. You guys are going to notice right now I'm kind of stuck over here in the corner because I didn't have my phone on the charger. But you know what? It's okay.
Hey, things happen.
My beautiful wife is over there cleaning house. Hi, honey. Are you doing okay? Okay, we'll go back over here. I was just, and we've got Brandon with us too. He is our guest, as you've seen in the description. He's going to be giving us a rundown on this case. We like to cover different cases, different trials. The one that I'm still reading on, me and Amanda both are still like keeping up to date with it before we get started, and that's the Blanchard case. Somebody had sent an email asking if we're going to cover any more. I can tell you that there's still a lot of things that I think are unsaid. There's a lot of things I think that are still a mystery with that case.
I think that case has got a lot of moving parts to it, no matter how you
that,
slice it.
And the boyfriend was here, he was sentenced to life, and he's got severe mental conditions. So, Amanda was asking me, the one day she said, well, they were talking about, another trial and all this, but the thing is, you can't be charged for the same crime twice.
Yeah, it's double jeopardy.
And it's just, I don't know where it's going to go, but I'm not saying the guy, what he did is right, because it's not. He murdered somebody. He deserves to be punished for that. But I don't think that life in prison was the best answer. I think he needed to be in a mental institution and a lot more stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, so, keep connected with your notifications always. We'll keep you up to date on that. And that's that. I'll just leave it there. So, Brandon, tell us about, first of all, the title of this trial, and let's get a rundown on what's going on.
So
what's happening, Brandon?
So the lady that's on trial, if you guys go back to 2021, in November, her son committed the Oxford, Michigan high school shooting and killed 4 people. Long story short, he went on trial, got sentenced to life.
Stop right there a second. It's the shooting that happened in what is it?
What school?
What was the school that it happened at?
Oxford High School in Michigan.
Oxford High School in Michigan. The school shooting. Do you remember that in 2021?
It's right around the end of November, right after Thanksgiving.
It was
on
right
the 30th.
After Thanksgiving, and the person had killed 4 people. Yeah, me too. I don't remember it fully. So go ahead, Brandon.
So he got sentenced to life without parole. That's the end of that. Now his mom and dad are on trial. They're trying them separately now because of some new things with the dad. Apparently, there's a witness or something. So they're trying them separately, and she's being tried right now on 4 counts of manslaughter.
Hold on. Let me. Who did the shooting?
Her son did the shooting.
Okay. But the mother being charged for manslaughter.
Yeah, and I'll go into details as to why in a second. This is actually.
Let's go to the father, explain what his is, and then we'll go back around.
I believe they're both being charged with the same thing.
The mom and dad are both being charged for manslaughter for something that the son did.
Yes.
And how old is the boy?
I think he's 17 now. I believe at the time he was 15 or 16. I can't remember.
Well, let's see. 2021. So there's that thunder. God don't agree with that stuff. 3 years ago. So he'd been 14, right?
Yeah. 14. Yeah.
At least around 14, 14
around
ish,
there.
15. Okay, so Big Thunder, there's your first thunder chance. You never heard that before, have you? I stopped him in his tracks. He's sitting between my feet.
Oh wow.
He's never had thunder, just like his first time seeing snow and all that. So what I'm trying to understand now is understand if your kid does something, you know you are very well responsible if they're underage. Now, one question I would have: did they give the kid the gun? Did they hand him the gun, or did they just have it, inappropriately placed in their home?
This is where this is part of the trial. So basically what happened was they bought this kid, well, the dad bought this kid a gun for a Christmas present at a gun store, and there was basically this kid has a lot of problems. So there was a lot of issues with this kid. Like he has a lot of mental issues.
Okay, the dad bought the gun, right?
Yes,
Okay, then why are we charging the mother for it?
because the mother apparently, from what the prosecution's saying, is she knew what was going to happen because there was some stuff leading up to that shooting that they didn't really take care of. For example, that morning, the mom and dad go into the school principal's office because they got a phone call about him drawing a lot of disturbing stuff on a math sheet, like a loaded gun and things of that nature. And the school didn't search his backpack, and he had a gun in his bag. And they told the parents, they said, look, you need to take him and get him some help. And they basically said, no, we're not going to do that, and just left, and he went back to class.
Okay, I don't agree with what the father did. I don't agree that the mother knew what was going on. I understand that. But here's my next question: how come the school failed to search his backpack?
That's what I would like to know as well. I don't have an answer to that one, but apparently
Maybe,
there were some texts
so,
as well.
so, hon, sweetie, in this case, basically the father had bought the son a gun for his birthday at the age of 14, and the mother knew of some stuff going on with that too. Well, then at school, he had drew some stuff on a math sheet of a gun and all this. Now, the mother and father should be held responsible. My question is this, and like Brandon said, the school never searched his backpack after they saw these drawings of him drawing guns and all that. So, don't you think the school should be held some responsibility too? Like, they were there the whole time with this kid before the parents were there. Why didn't the school intervene? Why didn't they call the cops? What do you think? I just feel like, Brandon, I feel like, and I'm not saying it's the school's fault because it's not,
No.
but at the same time, you know where I stand in criminal justice. You know where I stand in people being prosecuted. You know all that.
Yeah.
So why was there no stipulations for the school here? I mean, this is one of the problems with these shootings. The schools, you
All
know,
right. I'm about to report this troll.
what are they? Someone saying something stupid? Just
Yeah,
report.
Tina D is a big bully and all this other nonsense.
Oh, is she on here?
No, this is somebody called Life's Adventures is who it is.
What'd they say?
So let me look. Something Adventures. Tina D is the biggest bully. Brandon Live is Georgia. What? Atlanta. You can tell LOL. Oh, it looks like we got two trolls. Somebody else. Not as dis, the hills have eyes. I don't understand that.
No. No. Um, if they're saying stuff about us or the stream,
No, they're not. They're just saying random things.
Okay, just it's fine. It's more content.
Okay.
I just feel like the school. If I'm a principal and a teacher comes to me and
Computer.
says, hey,
Stop Brandon's Echo Dot.
they say, John, we just got this paper off of such and such desk. Here's a drawing of some guns and people. Maybe a simulated drawing of a shooting.
Mm-hmm.
That student instantly will be brought to the office. And if I feel like when they're that old, 14, if I feel like it's going to be hard to do that, you instantly get an officer in that room and you deal with it. You deal with it instantly. This is the thing. This is why it continues to happen because there's always hesitation on what we do.
Well,
There's
and
always
there was another
hesitation
part.
on, well, maybe it didn't mean nothing, or maybe how long? Here's a question. You might not know. How long between that drawing and the shooting?
It was about a couple of hours because the drawing apparently was well, and there was another part I forgot to mention. Apparently, before he was drawing this, apparently he was watching videos of people being shot and killed in games while he was in class too.
Okay,
So,
tell. Mm-hmm. I'm listening.
but to answer your question, between the hour between that drawing and the shooting was a matter of about 3 hours because the parents came in at about almost 10:41 and left at 10:57 after the meeting because there was a meeting with them for like 12 minutes.
Okay. That drawing should have been enough to have him held in the office
I agree.
until an officer got there and then suspended and taken off the property
Yep.
instantly. If you're drawing stuff about guns, you don't do that at school. You want to draw a picture of a gun? Fine. Go home and do it. But you're not doing it in school because today we can't trust it.
Mm-mm.
So let's just take care of the problem immediately. 3 hours. 3 hours. There could have been a lot done and lives would have been saved.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about the defense.
Or lack of it.
What is defense saying?
Oh my gosh. So
For
I'm
the
just gonna
parents. What are they saying for the parents?
I'm gonna start out with this. If you're gonna do an opening statement as a defense attorney, don't come into court and say, and I quote, on my way to court this morning, I blasted Taylor Swift to warm up my voice.
No. I'm listening.
So this lady literally says that as her first opening in the defense and basically says the evidence we have, the prosecution has, is not relevant to this case. And it's only slivers of evidence that are being picked out to show that this lady is a monster, blah, blah, blah.
Just
But
who's the monster?
show that the mother is a part of that. So, like, see, the defense is basically saying the prosecution is showing evidence that's not relevant, basically saying that the mom knew about this that when it was going to happen.
All right, so help me understand. The prosecutor's office is saying that they're responsible, right?
Oh no, the prosecutor's office is saying the mom is basically someone who knew about this, and it was going that she knew about it going to happen.
So she knew the shooting was going to take place.
Basically, yes.
Gummy worm, you want one? And and defense is saying that
Defense is saying she's a good parent and she would, she didn't know about all of the trouble that this child had, and that she really didn't know anything about it.
what does the prosecutor have showing that she did know about it? Because maybe she didn't.
There were some Facebook messages on Messenger before and after the shooting. So between her and the kid and her husband.
And he told him he was going to do it?
No, he didn't say directly he was going to do it. He was saying things like, there's demons in the house, somebody else is in the house, like there was nobody there. uh I don't know all the text messages that her and
Okay.
this
Now,
child.
I'm not going to stand here and defend the parents, but I've got to look at this from you know where I stand on this stuff.
Yeah.
I've got to look at it from no. Sorry, my dog's trying to chew my shoestrings. I got to look at this from neutral a neutral position at this point. And I've got to say this: if let's just say that let's just say you're my dad, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and I message you and say there are demons in our house, something's going on. Does that truly give you a hint that I'm going and getting ready to go to the school and kill 4 people?
No.
Do you see where I'm going with this? There needs to be more valuable evidence. Even if I was on Messenger and you're my dad, and I said, you know what, I cannot stand anybody at my school. I hate every one of them guys, every single one of them. They're a bunch of no good people. I hate that school. That don't even insist that I'm going to be doing something. So you see where I'm going? That
Yeah,
it wouldn't be fair for me to say, Brandon, he told you that there's demons and stuff in the house, and yet you didn't tell us nothing about he was going to do this at the school. What would your defense be? Your defense would be, well, I didn't know. He
yeah.
just said there was demons in the house, or he said he hated everybody at school. There's no, there's got to be more. I guess is what I'm saying.
There is more. I There was I was watching yesterday and they were presenting all these messages. There was so much there that I'm missing quite a bit, but I'd
Was
have
there
to go
anything
back
about
and
shooting at all?
after the shooting, he had apparently gotten a message from his mom because she didn't check until after it had happened, and it said something about don't do it.
Okay. The mother said to the son, "Don't do it."
Yeah, and apparently she
Okay.
didn't
I have
check
some
her.
this going on here where she knew that he was getting ready to go to school and come unglued, and she knew that he
Here's
was gun too. Or
here's
was
an here's an here's another thing though. Like she loves horses, and she had bought a horse while she was drunk for $5,000 online, and apparently she had sent a message on Facebook. I don't remember who it was to, but it was in the trial yesterday. It said something about, I'm going to get drunk and ride on my horse.
and who said that?
She said that.
That she was going to get drunk?
She was at work, and she literally sent a message that said, "I'm going to get drunk and ride my horse."
Okay, I understand that's. But when did she say that? After she found out, or what?
I don't know. Like I said, there
Because you
was
understand where I'm coming with this one, don't you? It doesn't really connect to the other part of it, though.
from what I understand, yeah, from what it sounded like yesterday when they read that message, it sounded like she did say that after she found out.
Okay. Thanks, honey, for the pop. Um, you know, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna share a story with you. There, I'm not going to go into details just because I don't know if this was a public or private. So I'm going to give you kind of a roundabout situation. There was a similar case about 8 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and a son had made made comments. He made comments,
Right.
and because of them comments that he made, the school took immediate action
Mm-hmm.
and had him removed and suspended. And
Wow.
this is where we come into the problem because the comments that he made really was no threat about doing any harm.
Right.
He was referring to a game that him and a friend was building,
Mm-hmm.
but it did have to do with schools. Okay, had to do with schools. Schools were in it, and like there was zombies in it.
Oh yeah.
And this game was also connected to an app where you go around when you're at school, where every kids could, if it saw other people that part of the game connected, you was either on one side of it where you attacked them or you know,
Right.
there was a lot brought out of that because of things said.
Mm-hmm.
So again, when stuff is said, I think that you got to look at it from every angle, and I can see why now. And I need to read up on this, and
I
and guys, this is only a preview of this trial. We're actually going to be doing stuff with the live trial.
I would definitely, Johnny, I would recommend if you get time at some point, maybe before Monday, if you can go watch yesterday's uh trial uh
Okay.
video, because they read a lot of those text messages in there. Like I said, there was a lot in there that I'm missing.
Well, I mean, you can download you can download all the reports connected to it.
You can.
Any case, that's well, not any case. Rephrase that because there might be some, like a simmer that we once knew that thought they knew was justice, and they didn't know their eye from a hole in the
Yeah.
ground.
Yep.
Um, but usually you can download case files. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to download what I can on this case because I don't mind reading stuff that other people's posted and stuff, but I'd
Right.
like to see what they're seeing right there in the room.
Right. No, I
Or on
get
the
it.
trial, we can kind of run it down and explain things to a better extent.
Yeah.
Because obviously there's a lot on case files and there's a lot of stuff that are in them files, and sometimes it's not clear what's what has been brought into trial and what hasn't.
Right. And
What
like I said, these messages they were doing yesterday, like it was overwhelming because there was a lot of messages that were brought in.
Right. Right. Yeah. I guess the first thing is what I'm going to say is that there are a lot of parents that do buy their teenagers uh, rifles for hunting.
Right.
But I think the problem that we're running into is we're getting into a red zone anymore to even do that because some of these people they don't need it. They're not
Mm-hmm.
responsible enough to uphold the responsibility of even having a rifle in their bedroom or a
Right.
shotgun or anything of that nature. I guess my other question that I'm not sure on, what type of weapon was this?
It was a Sig Sauer 9 millimeter.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Now you've got my attention. Let me get my mallet. Order in the kitchen, folks. Okay. Repeat that one more time. What was the weapon?
It was a Sig Sauer 9 millimeter handgun.
A six sour or a six shooter?
Sig Sauer. It was called a Sig SIG Sauer.
Sour 9 millimeter?
Yes.
That's a pistol.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 Why would now I'm aggravated because why would you buy your 14-year-old son a pistol? Did
They're
they
claiming it was a Christmas gift and that they were going to use it for target shooting at a gun range.
a 14-year-old kid don't need? Did you hear that, sweetie? Oh, you're watching your show. I don't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead. I'll let you watch your show. You don't give a child 14. He's still a child. He's a teenager.
Yeah.
You don't buy your son or daughter a 9 millimeter pistol. Number one,
That wasn't the only gun he had, though, either.
okay, we'll jump to that in a second. Number one, a 9 millimeter is easy to be hidden. You hide it in his book bag. You can hide it in his pants. You can hide it. There's so much you could do with hiding them, and it's just too risky. So now I'm definitely holding the parents fully responsible for this. That one piece of evidence you just told me, you don't even need to know if they were going to do something or not, but you gave them the ability, the you gave them
You
you
gave
fed,
them the means to do something.
you fed the fire.
Yeah.
He lit the fire, and you threw the logs in to keep it going. What
Mm-hmm.
about the own?
So he also had a Derringer as well.
I think that's a rifle, right?
That's a small handheld pistol that only has 2 rounds.
What kind you say it was? I didn't hear what you said.
It's called a Derringer.
Oh, a Derringer. That's just a little. Those are little bitty, like you could hide that in your pocket real
Yeah,
easy.
those are like guns from the old West.
Yeah, they're about as small as what a 25 pistol would be.
Mm-hmm.
Which to give you a better perspective, have you ever seen the side of a pack of cigarettes?
Yes,
That's about the size of them guns.
that is small.
The clip is shorter than even a pack of cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
So now that just changes it all. Okay, that changes everything. Why are you buying your kid pistols? most fathers, if they're in them areas, they might buy their son a rifle to go hunting with them. But why would you buy your son pistols to do target shooting? Why would you
Here's
even?
the thing: him and his mom, they both not together but separately. They both went out to the gun range and went target shooting with him.
I almost feel like I bet you the parents or parent owns handguns too.
Oh, I'm pretty sure the dad owns some because there was also when they did a search of the house, when they got the search warrant, there were some pistol cases recovered from the house.
I would be curious to see what this teenager's childhood is like.
From what I gather from his hearings last year, it was very traumatic. He did a lot of videos about killing animals, and apparently he did one where he killed birds.
Okay, when you say that, think about that for a minute. What does that remind you of when you just said about the animals and birds? What criminal does that remind you of? Come on, I know you know this. They There was even a movie out with this guy.
You talking about Ted Bundy?
No, no, dude. Who was the one, Brandon, that killed animals and ate body parts?
Oh yeah, I can't remember the guy's name.
Yeah, you can. Jeffrey.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
That was one of the biggest signs of his mental illness was killing animals.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm sorry, but I'd have to think that if the parents knew he was out killing all these animals, did that not, spark some neurons in your brain and get your attention?
I would say it didn't because number one, the parents were drinking quite heavily. They were alcoholics, essentially. They would spend a lot of time at a bar drinking, and they really didn't want anything to do with him. Apparently, the mom has been quoted as saying her son was, quote, weird.
That's all right, guys. We'll catch you up on this. I've got someone just showed up, Brandon, so we'll end it here and we'll pick this up uh, Monday. Okay.
All right.
Hold on. Hold on. All right, we're gonna end it here, guys, and me and Brandon will be back on Monday with the live trial. Hold on.
Yep.
Hold on.